Go.
Windows 10 enables anyone to express and share their stories with new creative experiences. Story Remix finds your best digital memories and makes you instant video stories. Hit the Remix button to restyle the video and make it your own.
Dude, we need to send this to your mom. She's gonna love it.
Add a personal touch and voila! Your story's done and super easy to share. Story Remix lets you use video in your professional life too. Use your phone to get the perfect shots for your project, and they're sent right to your PC. Fine-tune your movies to tell the story you want and apply a professional look that gets the job done. Then, energize them with the perfect soundtrack created just for your story, thanks to Groove. Go the extra mile to wow your customers with amazing service. For epic projects, the Remix 3D community has a growing library of artistic creations to start your adventure.
Hey, I think this one will work.
Remix 3D tracks the lineage of each work so everyone gets credit for their contribution.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
You can build on someone else's creation by bringing all or part of it into Paint 3D to customize it to your specific needs. Then share your remix back to the community. Get new perspectives by mixing the imaginary with reality using View 3D. Capture multi-angle action with phones you already own. In Story Remix, work together on a project at the same time. And easily apply special effects to add a dash of magic.
It's ready.
Windows 10 is for memory keepers, storytellers, educators, and creative dreamers around the world.
Whoa!
That's awesome, kiddo.
That's great.
Starting today, creativity is the new productivity.
Let me introduce you to a new way to transform your photos and videos, Windows Story Remix.
So here we have a video that Story Remix has already made for me. And what's really unique about it is that footage was captured collaboratively by all the parents who were at that game. We've added pen and ink support to Story Remix. And I'm going to show you with this clip. I'm going to write a fun note right into the video. You might have seen inking on photos and videos before, but this is new. I'm going to anchor this note to Gina. Okay, now check out how the note follows her as she moves down the field and evades this defender. Now, on this clip, I want to do something really special to make the ending epic. I'd like to try mixed reality. Let's put the fireball in the project, move it over to the fireball or the soccer ball, and then I'm going to anchor it to the object. Let's see how this looks.
The Fluent design system has 5 elements that we're playing with and evolving. And each of these is intended to help all of us developers build more expressive and engaging experiences. So let's take a look at each and get a sense for how the canvas evolves. Light. Light has a way of drawing our attention. It's warm and inviting, fluid and purposeful. We use it to create an atmosphere and a sense of place. And we need it to practically guide us, to illuminate information. Now, light's been used by game designers and photographers for years, and with Fluent, it'll be an intuitive way for us as developers to draw focus to the right thing at the right time. Depth. Imagine the depth of the real world transforming your flat designs. Think about the typical frame that contains the information you present. Now, break it apart and reconstruct how those things relate to each other in a more layered physical environment. With better use of depth, we can redefine how people stay focused and organized. Motion. Motion design has a special power to bring all of our experiences to life. And I want you to think of this like a director who's making a movie, where the transitions keep the watcher focused on the story, on what the artist wants you to see. We can bring more of that quality to our designs to lead people from one task to another with a cinematic ease, making even subtle actions feel alive. Material. The things that surround us in the real world are sensory and invigorating. They bend, stretch, they bounce like these acrylic cubes, they shatter. We want to bring more of that character to our designs in the right ways, with a physical quality, inviting people to touch and interact. Scale. We've been designing our experiences in 2D for years and years, but it's time to move beyond mere rectangles confined to a plane. The constrained designs of yesterday are giving way to tomorrow's digital worlds, and we're going to use scale to deliver benefits and experiences that once were impossible.
Together, it's a great team effort. Even choreographer could be able to visualize the space they have to put the acrobatic performance, or even a costume designer could see and be helped to create more complex costumes. Speaking about designers, you know, sometimes they are at different places on the planet. So I would like to invite today Michel Laprise, one of our show directors, and Michel is in Europe right now. So he's going to be wearing the new Microsoft headset.
Hi, Michel.
Hi, Michel.
Bonjour tout le monde. I am sorry, guys, I couldn't be with you today, but it's kind of cool to be virtual. I like it.
Isn't it?
So, Carl, there's two references I'd like to share with you today.
Okay.
So the first of all, it's the hand. I think I was wrong with marble. It's too cold. Let's go with something warmer like this, wood finished.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Nice. And you know, about the background, the turbine, yesterday I was walking in Paris and I stopped by the train station, La Gare du Nord, and it is industrial like this.
Wow. Okay.
Cool. All right, oh my God, guys.
Nice.
We'll have to continue that in Montreal next week because now I have to go because c'est la vie. Bye.
Bye, Michel.
Bye, Michel.
That's awesome. There is nothing like to be together around the concept to take concrete decisions. Now let's imagine we are more advanced in our design And we are ready at the end to present the result to the team.
Yes. Load full stage.
Wow.
So as you can see with HoloLens, this is a tool which can make our work and save time and money, and definitely be a good addition to our toolbox.
Yes.
Windows timeline, the easiest way to get back to whatever you were working on. So I want to take you on a little journey here and show you how timeline works. And we're going to start on one device, but then we're going to expand our thinking to cross devices. So let's think of Sherry again at work on her Surface Studio. She's running some Windows apps here, like always, and when she goes down to the task switcher button, you'll see the UI has evolved to include timeline. Below is a history of all the app activity and web activity that she's been doing. And you see these beautiful adaptive cards. Those beautiful cards were implemented because the app developer called the Project Rome APIs to provide an adaptive card to the Microsoft Graph. For Sherry, this is simple. She can pan back in time and just pick an app. She just goes up here, clicks the search button, and she can type whatever term she wants, and we'll look at all that activity data. She types kitchen, because she wants to pick up her kitchen remodel project, and when she does, the PowerPoint deck opens up and goes exactly back to where she was last using it. Now, this gets even more interesting when you think about multiple devices. So let's imagine that Sherry's got her brand new Surface Book, and she hasn't opened the kitchen remodel file on it, and she hasn't moved it to that device. But when she starts using it, the right things just happen. As she begins using it, Cortana, implemented as an AI in the cloud, able to look at that graph data, recognizes that Sherry was just working on the kitchen remodel project on her desktop PC, so Cortana suggests that she might pick up where she left off. She clicks the PowerPoint item. The file is pulled from the cloud. She didn't need to put it on her PC in the first place, and she picks up exactly where she left off. With the data in the cloud, the content and the activity data, we can use AIs to prompt and help make these activities move smoothly from one device to the next. So imagine Sherry's in the meeting with the architect, and they're working on their slide deck. They're thinking about where they might bring the client to look at some furniture samples for the kitchen remodel. And time passes, the architect leaves, and Sherry decides she's going to kill some time by reading the news. So she launches a newsreader app on Windows. And she realizes, oh, it's time for lunch. So she closes her laptop lid, grabs her phone. In this case, it's an iPhone. And when she heads off for lunch, there's Cortana again, installed on the iPhone, an AI based in the cloud, looking at all the data in the Microsoft Graph and knowing she was just using a newsreader app on Windows. So Cortana prompts, would you like to pick up where you left off? Sherry chases the notification and Cortana opens. And you can see, here's timeline-aware Cortana on the iPhone serving up the things Sherry's been doing. She might resume her kitchen remodel task. But in this case, she wants to keep reading the news. So she clicks the newsreader link. The newsreader app resumes right back to where she was, and Sherry can keep reading. One of the beautiful things about this system is that these apps can register with the Microsoft Graph. And if we know that the app is available on a cross-platform device, then at that point, we can prompt the user to install. And that's another way that we can help patch these gaps. So as Sherry moves from her PC to the phone, or the other way around, if a cross-platform app is available, we'll help the user get it installed. So the Windows timeline, with these things in the graph, all provide a powerful new way for Sherry to move from device to device and resume the things she was working on. Now, we realize that some of you are asking yourself this question. We realize that people might not know what they need to do to get their phones connected to their PCs and make these cross-device scenarios happen. So one of the things we're working on in the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update is a way to help users discover this. You see here a phone item at the top level of settings to help people realize they can connect their iPhone, their Android phone, or their Windows phone to their Windows PCs and get a great cross-device experience. You'll see this show up in Insider builds, and we'll iterate on this and improve it as we go.